Yo, what up YouTube, what up boxing fans? Interesting news for you, as an update on Nonito Donaire versus Abner. In my opinion, it's going to be very difficult to make this fight, considering what both sides are saying, because their stance hasn't changed. Schaefer offered some kind of a trade-off with Lucas Matisse, and Brandon Rios. He said, yeah, we'll let you have the services of Mares if you let us have the services of Brandon Rios. Bob Arum was like, that's fucked up. That makes no sense whatsoever. So this is what Richard Schaefer had to say. Oh, I would love to see that fight as well, because I think it would be a great fight, and it's another one of those pick'em fights. You have the Mexican and the Filipino. So absolutely, it's definitely a fight I would like to see. It's definitely a fight that I'd like to make. But Bob Arum's pretty clear that he has no interest whatsoever to work with us. And he was very clear and on the record with that. So if you have a promoter who's absolutely not willing to work with us, then the fact is that this fight is not going to happen. I think the chances are very slim. So that's how Richard Schaefer sees it. But the truth is, according to Bob Arum, he just wants to offer a sum of money for the services of Mares. You know, he doesn't want to do a co-promotion. And I think that's what Richard Schaefer might be looking for. On the other hand, Bob Arum simply says, you know, I'll make sure Abner Mares makes well over twice than what he's made in the past. He said, we were willing to do the fight yesterday, but the only basis I can do that fight is to offer Schaefer and Mares a sum of money, and we can do that fight. You see, the bigger problem, is Mares is aligned with Showtime, where Donaire is aligned with HBO. Arum wants to offer Golden Boy a large sum, a big fucking offer, a big amount of money, so he can bring Mares over to HBO and do a pay-per-view. The problem with that is Showtime's not going to be happy about that. So Golden Boy knows they cannot fuck that up and just take the money. So Golden Boy knows the only way they can do it is with a co-promotion. And that's exactly what Bob Arum doesn't want to do. And it's a shame because, you know, Showtime and HBO have co-promoted before. You know, the one mega heavyweight fight that we know that they did take part in a co-promotion was Tyson versus Lewis. Unfortunately, these little guys cannot draw that kind of money. You know, maybe, I don't know, but there's still money to be made if both of these guys are a pay-per-view headliner. Anyways, that's basically what Arum said. Golden Boy would be mentioned and so forth, but it has to be a fight that's on HBO, Arum said. After all, Nonito Donaire is Fighter of the Year last year only because HBO put him on 4 times. And to be honest about it, that guy at Showtime, Espinoza, won't even pick up the phone and talk to us about anything. So why would I entertain any thoughts of doing a Donaire fight on Showtime? It's not a question of not wanting to do the fight. Let him come to me with a sum of money. What do they want? I'm happy to pay for Mares' services. Don't you think I know it's a fight that people want to see? So overall, the next step here is, if this fight does not get materialized, Nonito Donaire will be squaring off against Guillermo Rigondeaux. And that's going to be his true test after facing somewhat light competition. I think his best 2 competitors he faced last year was Miguel Vasquez and Toshihashi Nishioka. Yeah, I butchered that name, but, you know, that's what it is. We all want to see the Rigondeaux fight too, and I think that would be great for HBO as well. So overall, I know we want to see the Mares fight, but it's really up to Donaire And it's up to Mares to push their promoters to make this fight. Because if it doesn't happen, Donaire might have a tougher test as a hungry Rigondeaux coming from, destroying the Olympics, is finally in the pros and he wants to fight the best. So that's what it is right now. It is what it is. Peace out, take care.